Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights, cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Double transmission there, and you just saw visuals coming out from earlier guest on the show, the man Famia, who joined us for a conversation on Unpacking with Lenny, sharing some good insights into his brand new music as well. But that was a feature you just saw with Abiyana. But anyways, like we said, we're moving into the big conversation this morning. Don't forget, this is a repeat at 10 p.m. Plus, it's also going to be on our YouTube channels. You can watch the podcast conversation there. But don't forget that every time we eat, food and sugars get trapped between our teeth. That leads to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases foul breath. Now, brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Now, Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with pro-fluoride and microcalcium ingredients that seal tiny holes and invincible holes in your teeth that prevents cavities and keeps your teeth healthy, your mouth healthy, and your teeth very strong. So don't forget to brush your teeth morning and evening with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. Now, it's also an exciting time to be on Yango. I'll tell you why. With free music. Now, we want to help you get to your destinations with so much ease. So download the Yango app now. Use the promo code 3music to get 20% off two rides. Now, there's a condition to that. Only if you are a first-time user of the app. So download now and enjoy this 20% as well, coming out from Yango. Now, go for gold and bet risk-free on the new season with Betway, using the golden booking code found on the Betway site to bet on the selected matches from the 11th of August to the 3rd of September and get 100% back as a free bet on any losses. You always get way more with Betway. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Betway gets way more. And I also want to drop this one for you real quickly. On the 1st of September, in between the time Betway is also doing a thing. Yeah, when you bet, you make the money. Yeah. Now you can go to Bella's Champagne Party. Now, I'm going to let the person who will tell you more about the Bella's Champagne Party tell you more about it, because she's live in the studio. It's happening at Bella's Pub as well. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are honored to have one of the most prolific, one of the most impactful female artists of all time in Ghana, and possibly across the African continent as well. She's live in the studio, Mzbel. Welcome to Culture Daily.
Long overdue.
It's been long overdue.
You are so pretty.
Thank you.
So pretty. I haven't seen her in person before. Well, aside her Afro Nation performance, but that wasn't up close. But really, that performance. Maybe we'll talk about it. But really, really pretty. I've already mentioned it to her off air.
How you keep young, and ask her how she
I will.
No, we don't ask ladies those questions.
We need a secret.
Please, we don't ask ladies those questions. We ask vampires.
Like today we want to give you flowers. Today it's been a long conversation coming. We should have had this conversation like many years ago. Okay. And I feel like we here feel like for many years that it's anytime you mention this bill and this issue and that issue, and people have always, but there's a part of the conversation that we've all missed, and it's the impact that the music made. The party charted, the challenges you faced, that through all that you still made it to stand as to who you are. Because the thing is that for a woman to make, and let me see, I know girls will come from you on this, but for a woman to make, most women will break down. Yeah. Most women will break down.
Considering the heat.
Yes. Yeah. And now mixing now with motherhood, and all like a lot of. But anyway, I didn't say congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
from
all of us.
When I saw childbirth, my respect for women went like this, through the roof.
It's not that easy.
I'm telling you.
Superheroes.
Did you slap somebody when you were? Did you push your CS?
CS.
Yeah. Okay, then nobody could take a slap.
No.
It's painful.
Very.
Don't scale anything.
I'm just looking at her like.
But it's easier than pushing.
Yeah. They say so.
Painful.
I'm sorry. What's the experience like? Is it an anesthesia? Yes, right. Yeah. But you are awake.
But I was awake. You can see them moving, and they're cutting your belly, and The feeling is weird. And you are numb. And you can't move. You can't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it your recent one that you had CS or both of them?
Yeah, I am scared of pushing. So
Charlie.
I always choose CS.
They say you can't go 3 times.
I've done it twice, and I'm done though. I'm done having babies.
No, nobody's going to sneak in again. Like when a woman says I'm done, like she dictates,
totally
like I'm done.
Do you know how many of us came after I'm done? Put it on your social media. Oh, me, I'm first, so I'm done. But do you know how many people are walking around today after I'm done?
You know, so doctors like it. So far, I've seen the doctor tell them one day, "Oh, don't say I'm seeing you again soon." I know I'm seeing you again soon.
They always say that.
Yeah.
I'm done. Totally.
Let's go back to as far back as what 1990. When did this kick off for you? Like
2004.
I know a part of the story when I walked through Hash Studio and I saw Mzbel seated, there, but that's a long time ago.
That Daba boy who comes around.
Today,
Please tell us. He's been doing street. Hey, I'll do the interview. I will interview. Thank you for your time, Mr. Foley.
I said take it way back. I came to see her.
No.
Ask her, like, she had a live before that.
But when you saw her, she saw
all
you.
the boys that comes there, when you see J Foley, you know he's
you know the difference.
You know there's air condition blowing at home. Yes.
He's
Polish
well
on
put
that.
together. He'll come with his food, and he doesn't talk much.
Polish on that.
Hey, shut up.
And Mama will pamper him.
Hey, wow. Today, dear.
So
Hey, bravo, Foley.
It's finished. That's it. Listen, shout going out to Silver Cinemas. Go and watch some movies there as well, please. Please, let's take it back to
What
you
lunch
now.
were you coming with? No, I'm interested in this.
Box.
Jollof.
Jollof. Mommy said take
Jollof stew
something.
and egg.
He said take something when you're going out. Go see the Meko.
What was it? What pushed you? I don't know if for me the story I know is from that point, but was there any history before then in terms of any media engagement?
Yeah, I had done a show at Legon, and it was massive. Yeah.
In 90s.
No, 2004. It started 2004.
2004.
Yeah.
So you
before 2004, no media engagement. I didn't know anything about the industry, nothing. And even in 2004, I still didn't know anything about the industry. I was just having fun. I did something, we put it out, and people loved it. And I was just going and going. No proper education, nothing. I was just going with the flow.
So at which point did you educate yourself about the industry? Because I get how some people are thrown in before they start learning. Some people learn before they jump in.
It was a few years ago, less than 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm still learning.
Yeah. Do you ever
I just found out a few weeks ago that I did not even own the publishing rights to my songs.
Oh my days.
Oh. Yeah. So I'm still learning.
Oh my days. To all the RBCs, and all this.
And we checked online, and it's a lot of money, but it's not mine.
Who's it for?
So now I have to go register for publishing and go through. I don't know them. We have to look for them.
Somebody did the registration.
Not somebody from your team or previous management or.
No, we are here to find out. Maybe it could be somebody from my team who is quietly enjoying the money.
No, but that's crazy.
That's
yeah. So I got into the industry by chance, and it worked for me. And I was just going with the flow till I realized that, okay, there's a huge business side of it. It's not just having fun and entertaining people. By then, I've lost a lot of money. But I was making money too. So I didn't worry about how someone else is making. Even to get my songs offline so I can own them and then upload them again, it wasn't easy. I have to battle people, go to meetings here and there, strike people's channels down and all that. My own song, when I upload it, I get struck down.
Huh?
Wow.
Well, it's right because somebody else has already done that. But what prompted you to start getting education in relation to your music business? Because 5 years ago is just 2018. That's really recent.
Because I did a live video with Rihanna's song, and then in the middle of the live video, I got a warning. So I was asking why. I wanted to find out if my songs were like that too, and I realized that some of my songs too, when I start doing live video, in the middle of the video, I get warning, I get strike. So I have to start researching why my own song. Why can't I freely use my own songs online? And then I found out that you may be the artist, but the song doesn't belong to you. So I managed to get all my YouTube. But now the publishing right is what we're fighting for.
Wow, this is, I mean, it can be heartbreaking.
A
lot of songs, all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And there are a lot of publishing companies attached to all my songs. A lot of them. All over.
Somebody's been feeding off your hard work.
Yeah.
Whole lifestyle.
You know, like rightfully said that you came from a point where it was fun and entertainment at a point in time, before realizing that, there's a business. But I still want to go back. I want the stories. I want the pre-Mzbel, the young girl. What was life like,
Growing up as Mzbel or
as Nanikia, as...
It wasn't that nice, but it was okay for me because I didn't know any other life. I grew up in Jamestown. We bath on the streets. We sleep we didn't even have a door. We have this thing called, now you call it curtains. We used to call it partition.
Yeah.
No, that's the gun for partition.
Yeah.
So it's a partition.
Yeah, it's a partition.
Yeah. But the guns.
Partition.
Partition. That's all we had. And it was fun for me. I go to school with plastic bag. I always lose my pen and pencil. I get beaten up. But I was a very smart student. I'm always either first or second. And then they will carry me home. Yeah, we
Why music? What then drew you close to music?
Music came to me by chance. I've always wanted to be in a limelight, but not music. I started working at Hasha Studios, and the studio was just there. So once in a while, Danny will force you to go to the studio and do a freestyle. I did a couple of freestyles, and then when the studio started getting busy, they will play it to people as demo, and they loved it. So he decided that, okay, let's put it out. And
let me ask the questions like I don't know anything about that time. Who was recording you, and what did the person say about your music and all?
King Cyrus, U-Beat, and JQ. They didn't see me as an artist because I was a front desk girl. So once in a while, they will call you, come and do this. Even though I have done songs that people fell in love with, they still didn't see me as an artist because I will come there looking like a secretary. And I didn't know anything about music. And they will always have to coach me. Oh, sing it this way. Sing another verse. Do this. So when they still don't see me as an artist, they treat me like an ordinary... But that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I can understand why. It's just
because
like our parents.
It's like family.
Your parents will never refer to you as a grown-up. You are still their child no matter
even
what.
My child, John, not John, Adipa, when we go out and people are like, hey, Mzbel, he starts laughing. Oh, mommy, why are they doing that? He will laugh.
Where and when did the name Mzbel kick in?
It started from Hasha Studios. When they started booking me to work in a studio, we had to come up with a name. So U-Beat will always write Mxbel, Mzbel.
Why?
I don't know why. He will always put my name on the board as Mxbel. So when I finally became an artist and I needed an artist name, I changed the X
to Z. We need to ask U-Beat
why he did that.
Maybe because it's a studio, you're mixing sound.
It could be.
Yeah.
So it was Mzbel. And my name is Belinda.
Okay, so Syria, I understand. Naming it then, maybe mixed down for Belinda. Yeah, mixed down for Belinda.
And Mzbel just pop up.
Wow.
What was the first song that you woke up to that was like, oh my God, it's everywhere?
Awusume was the first song I recorded. And I recorded 10 songs on the album, but it was only Awusume that we promoted. I woke up one morning and it was all over the place. I have to grant interviews. I have to perform. I was really scared because I haven't done anything like that before. And I didn't think people would want to see me perform. I thought I've just done something and I like it. I didn't know people would fall in love with it. And DJs were calling all over, coming to the studio. They want to see me. I'm like, oh, wow.
Were you ready for it?
I wasn't. So they have to talk to me, encourage me, and explain to me why I have to do it. And I did it. My first concert, I enjoyed it. I have been on stage before in school, high school.
Yeah.
I was assistant entertainment prefect. So I will always put the dancing steps together and perform with my girls. So that wasn't new to me. So I did it and it worked. People loved it. I'm like, okay, this thing we've been doing in school is actually fun out here too. And I was at Nungwa Station. That's where I did my first show. And then I did Smash TV with John Jeme. It was huge at something beach. It was. I still have the tape.
Wow. Oh,
on VCR.
Oh, on VCR.
Yeah, I don't know how I can put it
Oh,
on.
we can help with that.
Yeah, I have it on VCR.
Yeah, if you get it to us, we can help with that.
And that's how it all started.
And at that time, which other female artists were probably there in competition, or also
in competition? There was nobody, because my style was different. But there was Abiwanana. She was doing dancehall.
Yeah,
there was Triple M and Modiem and a few others.
Yeah, I remember these artists.
Yeah, but my style was different because I will go all out. I like being feminine, so I'll wear anything. I will show more skin. They will cover up. I will show more. So people always want to see me. What is he wearing next? And I don't plan
Was
it.
that intentional?
No.
Because Ira Star does something similar. She comes looking very kinky and hot. I haven't seen any skirt from Ira Star below
brand is mini skirt.
My brand was the mini skirt too. I always wear my mini skirts. And it's comfortable to move around on stage with, and it makes you feel. I felt good. But I loved it.
Mzbel, would you say that brand you created several years back has impacted your career one way or the other, where people started to probably relegate you and say that, oh, quote unquote, I'm saying that, quote unquote, she's not serious, or we won't take her seriously, or she's this kind of girl we don't want to associate with?
We are taking Ira Star, but we're not taking Mzbel.
No, because the times have changed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. It has. And may her soul rest in peace, Jane. She was the first person to write a very serious story about me. And now people
she just passed recently. Jane Backman.
Yeah,
she was an actress as well.
Oh.
I performed in a club and I let it all out. And it was strange to Ghanaians. But I have been watching Jennifer Lopez, Deborah Cox, and all those, and I see them go all out when they are on stage. They sing their hearts out, perform how they feel. So I did it the same way. I was crawling on the stage, licking my fingers, naughty things, and people were like shocked. And Jane wrote a story that, oh my God, changed my life. And people started tagging me with a bad girl name, a walking pornography. People should watch out for her, and it hasn't been easy since. Yeah.
Can you share some of that with us?
Wow.
Okay, so I get attacked. Attacked. People see me a drama. people don't like to see me around their
Is it that they couldn't
friends.
separate the art
No,
from the personality?
they didn't see it as art at all.
They thought that's what you
And
were.
I didn't plan it. It was just how I felt like going on stage, having fun. I like to party then. So it was really, and now anytime you tune in the radio, entertainment news, it's all about Mzbel. Every morning I'm on I'm on front page of every newspaper every morning. So there was this news vendor next to us. Every morning she will come and give me like 4.
Sambo.
Yeah. Every morning. For like 2 years constantly, I was on front page. I was in entertainment news. They will always talk about how I dress, and they even 16 years came around that time, and they will break my lyrics down. And even though 16 years had like a positive message, they will break it down to the point where you feel like, 16 years is another bad song from Mzbel. And it was because of that one story that Jane wrote.
What did that do to your mental health? Like I
was going to ask about mental health.
You're young. You didn't really plan to become a music artist.
I became timid. I couldn't be myself anymore. When I'm stepping out, I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be among people because I felt like nobody likes me. Yeah. So when people see me and even started acting like, oh, Mzbel, I feel like they are faking it. Because then I get a lot of backlash on radio. And on TV. I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio.
Has it changed?
It hasn't. It's becoming like a lifestyle.
But that's
and now
sad.
we have internet, so I'm always on my phone.
I mean,
Because anytime I want to tune into radio, I panic. I feel like, they are coming to break Mzbel down, and they're going to say things that are not true about me, make people hate me more. So I don't want to know. So it doesn't hurt.
Let's talk about the making of the song, The 16 Years, because that song was one massive hit.
16 years. I was in a taxi when I came up with the lyrics. I was with these young girls. I used to work I used to stay with a lot of young girls from Jamestown. So I watch how they talk, the way they behave. And Mami Dokuno was always on radio talking about rape. So we're in a taxi one day, we're listening to Mami Dokuno, and I was watching how they were reacting to Mami Dokuno's stories. And I came up with the song 16 Years. I started writing in the taxi, so when I go home, I build on it. And
did you expect that impact it made? When did you see it coming?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I didn't even think it would go outside Ghana. Not at all. It was just another nice song I think I have done, and I'm going to maybe play 1 or 2 shows, and that's it. But the next minute, it's in Nigeria. It's in Equatorial Guinea. It's in Liberia.
Wow.
It's in Togo. It's everywhere. And I started traveling. 16 years started taking me out of Ghana. And the money was good.
Was not the one who was not the song that changed everything.
Oh, yes. But it didn't change the perception, though. But it changed everything in terms of bringing fans and touring around the world.
Was the response outside of Ghana different? Like you said,
yeah, way different.
You know, there's this
way
guilt
different.
or this feeling of I'm a bad girl. People don't like me because.
But I felt the same way. The feeling didn't change for me, but the people reacted differently. When they see me, they welcome me. The way they would, even when they are taking pictures with you could actually feel that they are shaking.
They are proud. They're happy.
But here in Ghana, you pop out somewhere where people are entertaining themselves. You are supposed to perform, and people are looking at you like, it's
heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's discouraging. You're on stage and then you are wondering, am I doing you are just thinking, and you are not concentrating on the arts and the music.
This Ghana support conversation is crazy.
It's a lot.
I remember I was performing somewhere. Is it trade fair? And somebody just said, "Shani Shun." That changed the whole performance.
Yeah, your mood will go off.
Yes. So I couldn't even come close to the audience, to the crowd. I was just back, and I missed all the dancing routine.
Yeah, because it is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You mentioned going outside, the borders of Ghana. We'll be talking also about Ghana music then, and how we were able to maneuver our way with, song creativity, lyrics, rhythm, and all, and break boundaries, and how we're not being able to do that now. We want to be at the forefront of the conversation. We want to be talked about. That's the reason why sometimes these things pop up with pundits on TV about Ghana, Nigeria.
We don't have anything original anymore.
Wow.
Why'd you say that?
We started Hip Life. We started Hip Life, and we're supposed to build on it. But all of a sudden, we just left it and started copying the Nigerians.
Sheesh.
But these people travel here to listen to our beats and, add their culture to it. They are Africans, though, but we just left our Hip Life. We stopped doing Hip Life. Now, all of a sudden, we said we are doing Afropop. And now
Afrobeats,
and then all of a sudden something came called Crank, and we just keep moving. We just keep moving away from Hip Life, and then we've left it. We could have changed Hip Life. We could have put more traditional drums in Hip Life. We could have made Hip Life something that the world will appreciate. Azonto went out on its own. Nobody promoted Azonto. Nobody said it went out. We could have done something with it, but we left it. We wanted to be cool.
Yes, but we could have been more language.
No, I called her before she came. So I told her to say that's what they want to hear.
We're more cool with something original. But now, as a Ghanaian, now when they ask me what music do you do, I don't even know what to say anymore. I can have to say Afropop. Now it's with this Kweto thing that they've...
Yeah, the Amapiano.
Yeah, it's Amapiano, and I'm hearing people saying Ghana piano. It is not Ghana piano.
Thank you.
We don't have piano music like...
that kind of music. Yeah, we don't.
We always take and we want to adjust it, change it, and make it our own. But we had something. Hip Life was everything.
So how do we correct this? If you are right, how do we correct this thing? Because you just raised a very important conversation on what we could have done to Hip Life. Do you feel we exhausted it? Because we had so many.
We didn't change it. We could have upgraded Hip Life, but we just left it and took somebody's own and started upgrading that one.
Okay, so what was it like being a Hip Life artist? Going outside to all these countries, Liberia and the countries you mentioned, the cities like Monrovia and all.
Hip Life was different because when you are you are in Liberia and you're on the stage, if you perform with a Liberian artist, you realize that Hip Life has some spirit, It was strong. It was powerful. So the moment you come on the stage, the response you get is way strong. I don't know how to describe the feeling than the other artists.
It's spiritual. Can you say that?
Yes. And people were starting to copy Hip Life. And then all of a sudden we just
dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So yesterday, let me just remind us,
Abraham
Ohene-Jan says we should ask you about your experience in Equatorial Guinea.
Oh yeah, it was with him. He was there.
Yes, would you share that with us as well?
It's a long story. We don't have
time.
Nip it.
Break it parts down. What happened?
It started well. We performed at their stadium. It was a huge crowd. We enjoyed it. The next minute, they left us in a hotel.
Please, hold on. You said it was a huge crowd. What show was it?
It's a long time ago.
You can't remember?
Yeah, it was some festive something.
Okay.
And we were just Ghanaian artists. Me, Kofi Nti, KK Fosu, a whole lot.
Wow.
Yeah, huge. The stadium was packed.
You were the ones they used to promote the event.
Oh, yes. And when I came on stage, it took me like 10 minutes to be able before I could perform.
Superstar.
It was fun. So when I see these young ones travel outside and they are showing pictures, I'm like, hey, how much?
Yeah, like that's what Abraham was saying yesterday, that people have done it.
It's been there,
yeah. But social media wasn't there for us to put it out.
Yeah.
But we've performed to like huge crowd, to like wealthy people, to like, we've done it all. Flying
jets.
Private jets,
choppers, and
all the
plenty.
Wow. No, Mzbel should finish the story.
I know, I finished that story.
It was fun. It started well. The shows went well, and then suddenly the people just left us in the hotel. They didn't show up again. And we got stranded. And we were on an island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to even go to town, you have to like cross this whole river, or is it something?
Wow.
Yeah, we got stranded.
So how did you finally get back home?
And we were in the hotel trying to help each other. Now the hotel, the food got finished. They said the food got finished. The people didn't come to pay them, and we have to live on bread. And as for KK Fosu, he found some Ghanaian home around, and he will leave us to go and eat fufu. And then he will come acting like he's hungry and come and share our bread. It was, and Abraham and my manager then, they were always on their laptop trying to look for an exit so we could get out of there. We went to Ghana Embassy. Hey, Charlie, you. But it started well. It started really well. I don't know what happened. It's been a long time ago, so I can't remember everything, but
it just vanished.
Well, long story short, they came. Who the Ghana Embassy helped, or you found another way out?
Yeah, the Ghana Embassy helped. We ended up so they got us. Did we even come by air or road?
Wow.
Yeah, and then we ended up in Togo. Went to another Ghana Embassy. Then they got a bus for us to come from Togo to Ghana.
Wow. Wait, which country was this?
Equatorial Guinea. You've been there?
Bisakay, they had the same experience.
They just
same place.
Same experience. I wish I could put Bisa on phone right now.
But everything went well. The crowd, the shows.
After the event, everybody vanished. So they had to come part by road, to the point that I was literally having to talk to the pilot.
Huh?
That's how bad I was talking to the pilot.
I think when
to try and get them
to leave the island, we were able to get a good Samaritan who got us a cargo plane. If my first time going in a cargo plane, there were no doors. We have to go from the back of the tail. And no seat belt, and the seats are like
like
it was weird.
Face.
I only see those things in the movie.
No carpet,
no
metal
nothing.
Floor.
Nothing is rusted, and the sound, it was loud. But we had to get home, so we hopped in. Some people were holding on to tents in the plane before we managed to get to, I think, another country or so, a closer country.
Mzbel, if you look at, you mentioned names, KK Fosu, Ferran Ponsa, Kofi Nti. Kofi Nti is passed on, right? Or who passed on? Which of the high life artists passed on?
Is there?
No.
I see his face.
Yeah,
Kofi B.
Kofi B. I love his music. Hey, high life in that guy is another thing altogether. Yes. If you look at the relationship you guys had at that time, and the fact that you had a united front building hip life music and high life music, let's make a quick comparison to you. What would you say to artists of today frontiers, because you've been there, done that, you've seen it. And are we carving a path of a pit for ourselves, or do you see us building something that we should just have patience on? It would explode positively, if you were to advise.
Like I said earlier on, we need to come up with something original, because they are doing good songs. They are traveling the world, performing here and there, making noise. I see Kiddy, Kim Promise doing amazing things, but they will always be categorized as Nigerian artists. Sometimes I see certain write-ups, and when the people who do the write-ups, they don't know the artist well, they say Nigerian artists, blah, blah, because of the type of songs they are making. We don't have anything original. So, well, moving forward, if they can come together and come up with something original, the beat, the sound, the beat, the sound. You can say anything you want to say, but the sound has to be unique. People should listen to it and know that this is Ghana, and not say, is it Ghana, is it Nigeria, is it South Africa? We need to come up with something original.
Have you tried engaging some of these new artists?
Oh yes, they are very annoying. Sorry.
Oh, speak your truth.
How? Yes. What does it come off as?
It's hard getting them to work with. They will agree. Their team, their managers, everybody will agree, and then you start calling them, and they don't want to come. I don't know why. It never used to be like that. We used to be very united. It's not difficult to get another artist to work with. We meet in the studio, we play, we vibe, and we do music. The music just comes. Maybe you might even plan that we are doing this, but you get to the studio and things change and you're happy. But now getting them or trending is, I don't know their mindset. They always think to work with them is to trend. It's because your time has passed and you want to come in there. But I can do anything to trend.
And about the time passing, we don't agree with that.
It's
here.
only Ghanaian artists.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes.
No, but we don't agree with that here because it's never a thing. You never say ex-musician or something. The only time the person's time passes is when the person dies.
Even industry players that you think they will come and say former artists. They will discourage the young ones from working with you. I remember somebody was interviewed this new artist, and the guy said he's always wanted to work with Mzbel, the former artist. So right away you are telling him that no, Mzbel is a no. And you
don't reach out to a certain generation of artists.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
and it makes it very difficult to be able to work with the young ones. They always shine away.
It's like we have a problem.
So I have done a lot of songs where I've put names on. I said, okay, this one I'll feature this person, I'll do this, and no,
I don't assume. But how have you been able to come along your journey with motherhood? When you had your first child, you were still very active at the time. So how were you able to maneuver motherhood, music, career? Because you will agree with me. Yeah, they fall along the line.
When they start dating, the whole career blow up.
The men don't have that happen to them. They can decide to go marry, all of that. But for women, when you have a child, when you get married, it changes
everything
for you.
Yeah. I don't want to ever get married.
Is there a reason?
Oh yes, I'm some way sometimes.
So it's you, it's not them. Okay.
Yeah, I like to keep to myself sometimes. I like to be quiet the whole day, be in my room the whole day, and not be questioned by anyone. I won't get married. Okay, end of story. But motherhood and the music, I've always been lucky. I always have people around who will help. Like I'm here right now. There's someone at home.
You're
taking care.
fresh. Yeah,
but those people who have challenges because they've always seen music as they see that they make it to business. Yeah, but music is business, but it's a spirit. So if you are tuning with the spirits, nothing can hold you back. Motherhood can't hold you back. It just pops out, and you have to go to the studio and do it, and it directs you how to promote it. If you pay attention, it will direct you how to promote it. But we make it all about money, so then we have everything structured. So you have to follow it, and if you are a new mother, you won't be able to follow it. But if you go with the feeling, the flow, how you feel about it, it's easy. It's easy. I've always done that. You don't feel like, oh, I'm losing money, or I'm losing fans, or they will say, Akoche, what's that? You just allow music to work.
You're the second person saying music is a spirit, right? You're the second person saying that. But how in tune are you with the spirit? Because moving from motherhood, I can say that for a while, we were not getting the active Mzbel as we had in maybe 10, 15 years ago, right? So what happened to the spirit at that time?
The spirit is still there, but the thing is, I gave up. I gave up because when you make music, you don't get the radio stations to play it like before. They want the new style of music. They don't want something that is not trending. So you make the music and you have to struggle to get it.
There's no space for our classic sound.
Yeah, so
always trending music.
I just do it and put it out and not talk about it, not promote it. Those who love it will go and listen to it, and that's it. It's because everything just changed.
I understand.
It's hard promoting the music, and I don't think music, you need so much to promote a song. Music should be able to fly on its own. But you have to go from door to door, radio to radio, TV. You have to go everywhere just to get one song played. You have to be calling the DJs. I'm listening. Please play my song. No, it should. So I feel like people don't understand what music is. So let me just relax.
I see the feminine in you, the woman that sometimes men, we are, how do I say, we forget that we are dealing with women, and women have a different trajectory and a way of approaching things, and in addition to their mother, you understand? So people are expecting so much from you, but here you are being so original,
this is what it is.
What I can do. I can do the music. Somebody needs to put it out there. Help me put it out there. Let's talk real quickly about, before we bring in another surprise on the show. Mzbel has something to tell us though. Let's talk about Castro. Now, when you mentioned the 16 years, because I know he featured on that song as well. Let's talk about how you got him on there, or how the whole collaboration came about. That song is one of the massive boosters, for me. How did Castro get on that song?
So Castro was one of the boys that JQ was grooming then. And JQ did my song, and I think JQ saw the future of the song, so he just put Castro in there without telling anybody. So when the song was ready, Danny, my executive producer, then he didn't like it, so he took Castro's voice out. So before we put it out, we did like a small press thing with the radio DJs, and they listened to both sounds, and they loved the one with Castro in it. So he didn't have any choice than to put Castro's voice back in the song, and that's how it started. Was made. Yeah, and then Castro started being my friend. And I want him around anytime I'm going to record. And sometimes I don't want him to feature in the song, just to direct me. But he will end up putting his voice
on it.
Yeah.
I mean, he won't put in all the hard work and then leave himself out of it,
But he was really cool.
What do you think we lost when we lost Castro as an industry?
Castro was unique on his own. He has all the energy. And he's very confident, even though people will always laugh at him because he couldn't express himself well. He had this confidence in his crafts. And Kinata came along with, but Castro was a gem.
Castro saved me someday in T-Poly. He came to play a pro bono show for me. Man, Charlie, because he
saved me too on stage. When at KNUST, he was the one that carried me on his shoulders and took me away. Otherwise, I was going to lose my life.
So that day was.
Yeah.
I didn't want us to touch on that.
It's in the past, so we move on from that. It doesn't hurt like.
Let's talk
how
about.
It did before.
Let's talk about this real quickly before we introduce Akesi into the building. So you have an event. Tell us about the pub you opened. Multiple businesses. Mzbel, what businesses do you have? That's
our people are listening.
I don't have a lot of businesses.
Our people are listening.
I have Belle's Pub.
Okay.
I have Bell Kids Playground. I have Bell I Media. I have Bell Care Foundation, and I have Bell Jam Records.
Hey.
Okay.
5.
Not a lot.
Yes.
That's small businesses.
So, which event is happening at Belle's?
And the High Life Champagne Party.
Why do you still believe in that with the High Life bit?
It's because I feel like that's who we are. And there are a lot of people coming into my DM and asking when we are doing a live band performance and they want to see me perform during live band. So I decided to, put a show together. I invite a few high life artists that are close to me.
And this happened on the 1st of September.
On the 1st
Where
of September.
Is the place?
Malam Gbawe. It's on Google Maps, so Bella's Pub or Bell Kids Playground.
Okay.
So there will be live band performances from Kofi Nti, KK Fosu, Baroski, Andy,
Yourself.
Your
Shege,
squad.
myself, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you've mentioned performances, I did mention that we would touch on your Afro Nation performance, just lightly. I mean, I understand. No, I understand that you've explained that it's because of the situation you were in, all of that. But are you looking at this high life performance as a way for you to reclaim your Afrochella, I beg your pardon, the one that happened at Elwak, to reclaim or just remind people that yes, truly it's because of the situation you were in December, that's why you couldn't deliver, and now you are back on it?
I haven't thought about that.
Hold it. December.
Yeah,
She was pregnant.
Yes. So that was what sparked. That's why I said I understand how she's
your big mouth.
We are all of us. We are sorry.
It's why I said I understand like the whole explanation she's done of the situation she was in and all of that.
I was 3 months. I was 3 months.
Okay. Trimester. First, we are sorry. You finish up.
I don't know if it was the pregnancy that caused, because I blacked out and I was still trying to hold on. I couldn't see the crowd.
You were professional. You didn't walk off
properly.
You stood there.
So I was confused. I wanted to smile more. I wanted to laugh more.
But we couldn't tell all of that.
It was messy.
This is what I'm saying.
Let's talk about the comeback.
We really planned. I really work hard for that show because I know it's a big platform. It might open doors. So I really prepared well for that show. But
baby said not tonight.
Not tonight.
But the redemption that I asked about, if you are seeing this performance as a redemption of your brand.
I'm not. I just want to entertain people and have fun. Okay. Even though the Afrochella show went bad, people were still entertained. Because all the posts and the insult, you see people, the laughing emojis, plenty. So in a way, people were so happy, and that's the vibration I want to put out there. So this will not be a redemption show. It's another show to entertain people, make people happy, and just be Mzbel.
Just have fun.
Let's bring in the new Mzbel coming out very soon. Let's bring in the new Mzbel coming in very soon. Akesi, yes, she's going to join us in here and have a quick convo. So she's like a new signee, I believe, now to Bell.
I'm not signing anybody.
Okay, give us the details.
I've had a lot of challenges trying to sign up artists and groom them. They don't listen. They feel like, this is how it's done now. Like I said, they don't want to be original, and I always end up being the bad person. So what I do now is I have this recording studio there. If you are talented enough to do a song, you can come in there and work for free. And if I can support you to promote it, I will.
Is that the angel that has touched you to work with Akesi? Please.
Yeah, she's amazing, and it would be nice if I sign her on my record label, but I'm just scared.
Please beg her for me.
I like that.
That is genuine.
That's so genuine.
She's very good. Her voice is so strong. She reminds me a lot about Ebony.
Can we have a solo?
You know what? Thank goodness. You know what I'm going to ask? Even before we ask you any questions, kill it.
I say, gidi gidi, me beji obikunu, kachanu sawantunu zupunumu. Oh yeah, me chemua, yana wabia yani baroko. Slim go with a slim things, fresh go with a fresh go. Oh, quite sing. I said the mechi. Oh, God, Obama Juvachi. Oh, God, 3 music, the mechi. More quite 3 music, the mechi.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
Mediwechi.
You got. I see.
Powerful.
I see the Ebony vibe in there. Yeah. Let me ask you: do you like that? Did she inspire you?
No.
So it's just that Ebony got the platform first, but you were there.
Favorite anyway.
Yeah.
But I love I don't want it to be like because she's here, that's what I'm
She's not.
No.
Because when I was young, I used to like Mzbel and then Rayala because of their energy. Because I don't want to be dull. I'm one person, I don't like to live a dull life. So I always want to do something active. Yeah, so before Ebony came in, I think she was also a vibe.
That's good. So how did you meet Mzbel? Because now I see her as like it was a mentor for you.
Because I met this director on Facebook, not knowing he had been watching my posts, how I used to want to work, and he said, no, this girl has similarity in...
She's like me, so.
Yeah. So that was how come I got to know her. And then my first meeting with her was at Ajekojo.
I had a pub there.
Okay.
That time I was in school, but still I made some those video and tried to see her one-on-one. And when I saw her, in fact, I say we are seeing the book, so I was overwhelmed.
Okay, let me just whet the appetites of those who are locked on Plus 89.9 FM. I know we always do this, so we have to just sign out from Plus FM at this point in time. It's 10 a.m. Apologies, but the conversation still goes on right here on 3 Music TV. And also, it will be back on 10 p.m. tonight. You can watch it again on TV as well. Or switch to our YouTube channel because we're streaming on there with the convo. So definitely, if you're locked on Plus FM, 89.9 FM. We are streaming on on Facebook. I beg your pardon, not YouTube. On Facebook, you can catch the conversation on there. But if you're on Plus FM, let me say bye to you now and catch you tomorrow right here on Culture Daily. Anyway, we continue the conversation with Akesi real quickly. So, yeah. So, let's run through the music life now real quickly. So, what are you working on? You know, at Mzbel's studio.
A lot. My goddess here is one lady that really inspired me a lot because you tell you, Lizzie, be creative. Lizzie can do it. She doesn't discourage me, no.
Okay.
Even if I'm not getting the vibe, she'll be like, "We hear me say I'm farmer." But I'm not good in drinking. She has this belief in me that I can do it.
She will not relax. Yes. I asked her to drink beer once. Oh my God. It didn't work that. She was all over the place.
So she always encouraged me to do something. So I'm just pleading on Ghanaians that you guys should talk to her so that I will make changes because almost say so I understand.
But
when one sheep engage man not oyarea because they are all in the same way.
At the same place. Okay.
So I say one or the other. So even you, the good person, coming becomes a problem. Even though you are not like that, we are all from a different background though. So I'm just pleading that God should touch her heart.
Hopefully God touches her heart, which I understand where Mzbel is coming from, because time and time again, guys, you agree with me, we see how when they are coming or when they want to be signed, artists, you know, they are the humblest, they are the best, and then they get signed, they start making the music, they get some form of fame, and then they turn back on whoever held their hands and, you know, walked them through it, right? What conscious effort are you making
to make sure
that when she finally signs you, if her mind should change, what conscious effort are you making to stay and stick with her and show appreciation? I would love to hear this from you.
I've been on a record label before.
Okay.
I had Q Cat Entertainment. Okay. And to be frank with you, the boss was so good. Even that time I was in level 300. So due to one or two reasons, he was down low on cash. So he was still like, "Oh, Lizzie, because now there's no financial support, can you do something on your own?" And I said, "Why not?" Okay. So he was thinking maybe I'll come on social media and be like, "Oh, my boss is low on cash, he's not taking care of me, blah 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 blah." But it's not needed, you know. For respect no famano. Because it was through that label that I got to feature with Famille. Okay. Slave wife. Okay. So if Mzbel should sign me right now, I think even the support that she's giving me now, I said, for Gina, yeah, so I'm not going to disappoint her. I don't want to talk much, but I like laugh, no. Maybe persevere, so you should just try me.
You're saying it here. We don't want to hear stories.
Lenny just wanted to film you saying this.
We don't want to hear stories.
Years later, you know, I can imagine because I know people that, you know, have worked with Mzbel and you know, have left and all. So she also has a point, a very strong point. Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, my answers will be in my actions.
Amen.
I like that.
Yeah, amen. Lastly, before we run out of here, I want to ask you with regards to, you know, she spoke about originality and the fact that one of the things that can help us penetrate this whole market again and gain favor on the continent of Africa is if we are original. Are you for Afro beats or are you for hip life or high life? I know it's a tough one.
Life. It depends on the how do you call it, the beats. If you give me high life, I will. If you give me Afro,
if I played all three for you and I said choose one for us to record the next song and release a video on it,
immediately the beats hit me, no, because music is spirit. Okay. You can't just get up and start singing.
Okay.
Sometimes people will give me beats, Lizzie, ride on this. If I listen to it and it doesn't hit me, there's no way the vibe will come. So I always relax, listen to the beats over and over and over. If I see fine, this beat is good for me to go, why not I roll?
Mzbel,
I roll.
What are the plans like? Okay.
And I know she loves high life.
Okay.
I am trying to advise her, if you want to trend and be out there, do what they are doing. Once you get the stand, then you can switch. And you see Wiala, she's making amazing music, but people don't talk about her. They don't even include her in, I think, awards or anything.
Here conversations,
you see, so now to be able to blow, you have to do what everybody's doing in a way that you be recognized. And then once you have your own space, then you can tell them who you truly are.
Now, amazing children, full gear mother.
Yes.
Full gear mother. Are you going to, I know we stayed away from the title Former and X. Are you going to retire from this space and not release music again, or we're likely to work on something else?
Oh yes, I've done a lot of songs. I'm waiting for feedback from people that I've contacted to feature on. Once they come on, we will release them. If they don't come on and I feel like putting it out there like that too, I will. But I'm hoping that I'll get Burna Boy to work with.
Sheesh!
We are working on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I mean, you're not far away from contacting, because the thing is that the brand Mzbel is one brand that also shook the foundations of Nigeria.
Oh yes, a lot of people copied my songs. And as we speak now, somebody sent me a video from Liberia that they're using my 16-year song as a campaign whatever, and I have to go after them for some. Yeah, they have to pay because they've changed the whole song. Even though 16 years is in there, the lyrics 16 years is in there, they've changed it a little bit, but the same beats, everything for their campaign music.
Charlie.
Wow.
I hope you cash out on that.
I will. I have to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, well, our time is up though, but don't forget on the 1st of September, okay, at 7 p.m. performances from KK Fosuko Finti. I'm yet to meet Shege,
but now she has rebranded, so it's Shega.
Shega. All right.
It used to be Shege.
Yeah, yet to meet. And then
you know Shege, right?
I've not met her before.
Koti, good morning.
Come on, good morning.
Oh,
Koti me passion, Jimmy Kunu, Mami. Sika ebe dino, odia command impena.
Oh, so I'm told that's Triple M.
Yeah,
yes.
So she separated from the group.
But she was the leader.
Oh my days. So she's also performing. Andy of Mentors also perform, and then Baraski also perform. These are legends of our time. You can't afford to not to miss that, not to be at this event. Okay, it's on the 1st of September at Bella's Champagne. At Bella's Pub. It's the Bella's Champagne Party. Just put it on your Google map. You find the place. You drive there. 7 p.m. Let's go make it happen. All right. It's good to see that you guys,
coming together.
Yeah, coming together. I don't know, for those who live the era, you understand what I'm talking about. That's nostalgia that it brings. I'm excited, Mzbel. Thank you so very much on giving us this very, I know time is short, but still make the best out of it. We are so grateful. And to you, warning.
I guess it.
Big warning. This tape, we are going to cut this part and save it.
I'm going on your channel to screen record and save it.
and wait nicely. So when you blow up, we keep it's as it is. Thank you so very much. You're looking for, but so is anything coming out new from you? Like, are you going to release soon or?
Yeah, sure.
Working on that.
Yeah, but for now you are promoting the Wokoti.
Okay.
That's the song title. Know what you are thinking.
Not the manhood. No, don't worry. It's Sexual Health Awareness Month this month.
So
yeah.
So
it's
what Wokoti.
It's like when Kwame Eugene released the This song.
What song?
Kwame Jin has got the song that the Mercury's make noise about it so much.
This is your song. You should have featured Jeff Rowling.
Anyway, I try to remember, but it's all good. Mzbel, thank you so very much.
So guys, please do go and check out my new single.
Okay.
Caught by Akesi. The Akesi is spelled Akasii.
Okay.
Then please follow me on social media, Akesi Music.
Okay, all right.
Big up.
Mzbel,
Best of luck.
She knows,
Best of luck.
Thank
anyway.
you.
All right, sure. So thank you so very much. And
Thank you too.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
Yeah, short, simple, brief,
The
and
studio is nice.
yeah.
T for tens.
T for 10. Thank you so very much as well. Yes, it's been a good one for us. We're back again same time tomorrow right here on Culture Daily. It's J Serial Olele and we are.
Where's Olele?
I mean